name is Luke Shane Mears, the candidate of the Turtleneck Party. Our party has a platform based on civil rights, empowering the working and middle class, and providing a safe and workable environment for our children and our children's children to grow up and thrive in. You might ask, why are we called the Turtleneck Party? For one, turtlenecks used to be in the 80s and then went out, when new, worse fashions came in. However, turtlenecks are now making a comeback in a statement that is bigger than ever, just like our party. Secondly, a turtleneck provides not only warmth and a sense of respect to its wearer, it also provides protection and security, just like how our party will blanket the USA in a sense of security, prosperity, and protection for all. We will be respected by our allies and feared by our enemies. We will grow and prosper like no other country before us, and will put our nation back on the right track. As a candidate, I take the beliefs of the Turtleneck Party and expand greater for the common folk than any other. As president of Photography Club and secretary for the Key Club and Student Council, I know what it's like to be in a leadership position. I know what it's like to make tough decisions that don't benefit a certain group, but benefit everyone. I am driven, focused, and more than capable of being Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America. With these other candidates, I would quite frankly be scared for our country. Not only are they not qualified for this position whatsoever, they are just not the right fit for this country. To be specific, a party like the Impartials, led by Molly Brockhoff, are just not strong enough to lead this country in the right direction. Not only do they have the wrong ideas, their ideas are blatantly discriminatory and vindictive. Right in their platform, it states how they would make every person who comes in the USA learn English beforehand. Do they not understand? A large amount of people who come into the USA are escaping persecution, whether it is cultural, religious, or just mentality related. The USA is a free space, so to put unethical requirements to come into a country that doesn't even have English listed as the official language is just unconstitutional at best. And honestly, a great representation of their party as a whole. On the other side of the spectrum, the Trump Party is an even worse fit for this country. A party that puts a stop to all the great programs that provide for the lower and middle class of this country is just not what we need. Their anti-immigrant and xenophobic ideals will put this country back 100 years and put our country not only into economic shambles, but sociological as well. As a boy, I've seen enough hardship in my life. Growing up in a poor household, I've seen the trouble poverty can put a family through. Firsthand, I have seen my mother have to work multiple jobs to provide for her 2 children. As a result, I have ideas on how we can change the economic landscape we're in right now. We need to not only tax the upper class more, we need to make new programs to get the lower and middle class not only jobs, but education to let our citizens continually be able to provide for themselves. We need to set up a system that doesn't just work for the upper class, but works for everyone. Let's talk some statistics. In this country right now, the top 1% own almost 40% of the nation's wealth, while the bottom 80% own a measly 7%. The average employee of a company needs to work a whole month to even earn what a CEO makes in 1 hour. The gap between the middle and upper class is exponentially increasing, and something needs to be done to stop it. We need to stop making all of our decisions in favor of the upper class and actually listen to our citizens and the problems facing them. As a member of the Turtleneck Party, some very important things to me are civil rights, the environment, and immigration. Things that are crucial to the survival of not only our nation and the happiness of our citizens, but for the health of our Mother Earth. To me, as a candidate of the Turtleneck Party, my utmost priority is to ensure and protect not only the rights of our citizens, but the happiness as well. Firstly, civil rights are very important to me. Our country is founded on 3 important principles: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. With happiness comes our civil rights. Civil rights are a class of rights that protect the individual's freedoms from infringement by governments, social organizations, and private individuals. I will protect the rights of the LGBTQ community, women's rights to choose, and the minorities' rights in this country, something the other parties will not guarantee. With civil rights comes the rights of our immigrants. In this country, we will have regulations on immigrants through our party, just we feel like we are put in a position where we need to help the people across this world. There are people dying for rights across this world. There are threats like ISIS, drug cartels, and religious persecution hurting millions of people across this earth, and we're just going to stand by and let them watch? and watch as they die? How more inhumane can we get? As president and most importantly citizen of this great country, I think that's part of our duty as a citizen of the greatest country on earth to help these people seeking refuge. Finally, the environment is a huge concern to us. For too long, big business and our government has been polluting this earth, acting like our actions will have no negative consequences. As president and member of the Turtleneck Party, we will put the environment on the top of our list. We will make and enact initiatives to make this country run on clean energy like our neighbors across the sea. We will put stricter regulations on businesses' energies and pollution standards, and we'll set this country to a safer and better country, not only for our citizens, but for this world we live on. So finally, I end my speech by saying that this election is very important. It is important that you vote for me for president, and it is important that through us working together, we get this country back on the right path. Thank you for your time today, and I hope you make the right choice. Me for president.